Lord, whatever you're doing in this season, if it's healing, if it's a blessing, don't do it without me. Please don't do it without me. For your spiritual sports segment on Rhema Gospel Radio, I'm CJ. For your Olympic sporting news, Johan Brunel intends to fight charges he was a central figure in doping programs within Lance Armstrong's teams, provided his defense hasn't been permanently prejudiced by the U.S. anti-doping agency's accusations. Olympic lightweight champion Katie Taylor of Ireland has rejected an opportunity to turn professional and plans to stay in amateur boxing to compete at the 2016 Rio Games. Team Sky says cycling sprint star Mark Cavendish is leaving to join Belgium's Omega Pharma Quickstop for the 2013 season. South Africa's track and field body says Sholofelo Thipe and Rapula Sefanyatso have tested positive for a banned substance. And finally, Cycling Australia has been rocked by another doping revelation, with Stephen Hodge quitting as vice president on Friday after admitting to doping during his time as a professional rider. For your quick news and notes, former 4 Division title holder Eric Morales, due to challenge Danny Garcia in a rematch for his junior welterweight belt Saturday night, failed a random drug test administered by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, but sources say the fight will go on. Tommy Haas has become the 4th active tennis player to win 500 matches on the ATP Tour, joining Roger Federer with 871, Rafael Nadal with 583, and Leighton Hewitt with 566. The United States and Brazil will play a first-round Davis Cup match in Jacksonville, Florida in February. Colorado Rapids midfielder Brian Mullen will miss the team's final 2 matches after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on his left knee Thursday. Championship contender Denny Hamlin said he felt dizzy and had his bell rung after a hard crash during full field testing Thursday at Kansas Speedway, but was cleared prior to driving again. Danica Patrick remains a value asset and is far from being in limbo at GoDaddy, the internet domain provider told ESPN.com on Thursday, and they also announced it had signed New York agency Dutch Incorporated to produce its 2 30-second Super Bowl spots, the first time the company has gone outside for the ads it has done itself since 2005. The PGA Tour has acquired Canadian Tour, giving it smaller circuits north of the border and in South America as a potential starting point to reach the big leagues. Becky Francis, women's basketball coach at Oakland University, shared her story with parishioners at her suburban Detroit church and with her players, as she is telling everyone else to encourage victims of sexual abuse to seek help, and in hopes that it would assist parents and children to avoid what she endured as a child. After Minnesota Lynx's coach Cheryl Reeves threw her jacket in outrage during Game 2 against the Indiana Fever, Indiana coach Lan Dunn criticized the coach of Minnesota Lynx on Thursday, accusing her of a lack of respect for an outburst that seemed to spur the Lynx to a win in the WNBA Finals. Colonial Athletic Association officials hope and expect that the College of Charleston will vote to accept an invitation to join the CAA, a day after Davidson declined the same invitation, and Board of Trustees of Charleston has scheduled a 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time vote on Saturday. 18-year-old Aaron Fisher, one of Jerry Sandusky's accusers, who was known in court papers as victim number 1, told People magazine he's coming forward with a book to tell other victims it's better to tell people about abuse than remain silent. The SEC has released what it called a bridge conference schedule for the 2013 season, which includes the Georgia-South Carolina game moving back to the second week of the season, and Alabama playing at Texas A&M for the first time in 25 years. South Carolina defensive tackle Kelsey Quarles has been suspended for Saturday's game against Florida after he threw a punch during last week's loss at LSU. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman received 3 counterproposals from the Players Association on Thursday and left the negotiating table thoroughly disappointed, as no new talks have been scheduled and the possibility of a full hockey regular season is quickly shrinking. Former NHL star Scott Niedermayer was inducted into Canada's Sports Hall of Fame on Thursday. And finally, Albert Pujols of the Los had arthroscopic surgery on his right knee last week, and the Los Angeles Angels first baseman should be ready for the start of spring training. Tune in next time for more updates on your next spiritual sports segment, where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and have a positive, productive, blessed day. And I leave you with namaste, as the divine in me salutes and honors the divine in you.